The E-Class has been around for quite some time. So what are we doing here with yet another E-Class? Well, I'll give you a hint. This is not the long wheelbase E-Class. This is a regular wheelbase. This paint scheme is not something that you get on a regular E-Class. And this engine, well, that's definitely not something you get in an E350 or a 220. This is the V8. It makes 603 bhp. This is the E63 S AMG and it goes like hell. So what does the E63 S AMG get? It gets a V8 engine which is very closely related to the engine in the AMG GT R. This one is a wet sump, the GT R is the dry sump. This one makes 603 bhp. Now just get your head around to that figure. 603 bhp in a 4-door luxury saloon. Torque 850 Newton meters. 850 Newton meters is insane. It makes the E63S AMG go like a beast. It's astonishing. Our filmmaker Alamin was just saying that you don't need to go to an amusement park. You just sit in an E63S AMG and it's like a fairground ride. You don't need to buy crackers during Diwali. Just stick the E63 in individual mode and let the exhaust crackle and pop. It's shocking how fast the E63 is. And the reason why it's become all that more insane compared to the earlier E63 is all-wheel drive. The earlier one just wanted to wag its tail everywhere. It just couldn't grip anywhere. Now, because of all-wheel drive, it grips and goes. Fire it out of this tight hairpins and it's so quick, you actually have to get off the gas after 4-5 seconds because your mind takes time to recalibrate to the speed that the E63 can get up to. To give you some figures, 0 to 100 is clean in 3.4 seconds. The top speed, if you specify it, is 300 kilometers per hour. 300 kilometers per hour in an E-Class. That's unbelievable. And the surprising thing is that even though it has all-wheel drive, it doesn't want to push wide. It's not like those Quattro systems which default to understeer. Here, there's just an incredible amount of grip, but the steering is also light. It also tells you what's going on. It's not a sledgehammer. Of course, it is a sledgehammer in the way it builds up speed, but through the corners, it actually defaults to delicacy. It's neat, easy to drive, adjustable, and there's seemingly an inexhaustible reserve of grip. You try to push harder and harder, the speeds get even more insane, but it doesn't really push into understeer. It just grips. Dial it back a notch and the E63S AMG is actually usable. Okay, this is not a long wheelbase E-Class, this is the regular wheelbase, but there's still enough room at the back, enough room to get comfortable. The suspension, obviously it has to be hard to deal with 603 bhp, but in comfort mode, it's not uncomfortable, it's actually usable, and you can lift the air suspension, so it's not going to touch over speed breakers even with 4 people in the car. The best part is, in the individual mode, you can stick the suspension and comfort like I have right now, but then the engine, transmission, everything else, including the exhaust, in full sport mode. And so you have a comfortable car that also pops and crackles on the overrun. is just so good around corners. But it's got this all-wheel drive without the drawbacks of all-wheel drive. Talk about having a cake and eating it too.